Hi friends, how are you? Today we are in small politic talk, but with brother Mateusz, political activist Mateusz. How are you, Mateusz?
Hello, hello. How are you? How are you, Moses? Greetings from Poland.
Greetings, Poland. Poland. What are you doing? How is it going, life?
Everything is all right. Thank you so much. How about you?
I am okay. I am good. But today we will talk about question. I have a questions for you, but political questions. But today we will talk about small politic talk. Are you ready?
I am ready. I am ready.
Yes. Do you know Israel and Hamas? It's I think popular topic on the world, popular topic. My question is this: what will be end Hamas and Israel conflict? What do you think about it? That your opinion is important for me.
Okay, I see. I see. So first of all, we must say it is really long-term conflict. Yeah. So I suppose many people know about it, but this conflict started so many years ago. Now we have only one of the parts of this conflict. So the issue that the situation is dangerous even for the whole world, for the safety of the world, is this situation is not new. This conflict has been going for so many years now, but we also must say that now the situation is really dangerous for the rest of the world because there is a risk of a of a of a of an even global maybe conflict. We of course we hope there will be no global conflict because of the situation and because of the relations like Israel Hamas, but we must count with everything, and I suppose that Israel will be really consequent. There are many reasons why Israel should be really consequent. First of all, yeah, we must also ask, so like who is the leader of Israel? Of course, it's Benjamin Netanyahu who wants to keep the situation that he is the number one in Israel. He wants to be still the prime minister, and his power is really strong, of course, but um, uh, even if it's a democratic country, Israel,
Mhm.
sometimes,
Of course.
especially when the situation is so difficult for the country, the power, yeah, it's a like general opinion, even not just opinion of mine. Yeah, the power must show the strength, or like we can say, maybe it sounds funny, but the power must show the power that it's really a power, not a weak government that can be like not stable, that can change their minds, change their statements. I suppose Israel will be consequent. And what is then the result for Hamas? Hamas must be probably also consequent. So it's hard for Hamas now to say, okay, we will stop fighting. Yeah, it will be so hard decision for anybody from Hamas organization to try to have like influence within this organization to try to stop the conflict. Yeah. So I suppose the problem is because I mean it's problem. Why is it a problem? Because of course the whole world basically the societies, people around the world, people want peace. So if we want peace, of course, the conflict is a problem. And yeah, both sides are quite motivated and consequent not to stop. So it is the biggest potential problem that probably we will really have a winner and loser of this situation. Yeah. So of course, why also is it a kind of big problem that people will die, yeah? People will be killed. So many people have already been killed, murdered, and we cannot also say that only like one side, yeah, this or that side is like guilty, more guilty than the other side. It's a really big humanitarian problem now, and it can have even a big impact on the situation in Europe and around the world, because so many people maybe will be migrants from this territory. We must also say like this. This situation will not be stable probably for so many like next years, following years. So we must prepare, as the whole world, we must prepare a kind of solution for this situation. And it will not be easy, but if we don't start preparing a kind of solution, the problem, the risk of the potential global conflict then could increase. Yeah, I hope there will be some leaders in the world who will really think about the potential situation in 5-10 years, because I don't think it is possible to solve this problem within 1 year, but maybe within 5 years, maybe within 10 years, it can be possible. I hope so.
Like this. But did you finish?
Yeah. Basically, I
Okay.
think
Okay.
what I wanted to say.
Your opinion is very, how can I say, important to me. Very important, because you are a smart political activist.
Thank you so much.
Mateusz, my second question, about American elections. What do you think about it, American elections? And how can I say, what will be the impact of American election on global politics? What do you think about it?
Yeah, the impact can be quite strong. Of course, yeah, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are two different politicians, and there are two concepts. Yeah, there are usually two concepts. Some people say that American, for example, like global foreign policy cannot change because of one or another president. Yeah, and even if there is a president from the like so-called Democratic and Republican side, and they sometimes it can be changed. Some people say no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the policy of the American foreign policy will be like this. I don't really agree with this statement, but I also don't really agree with the statement that if we now have change, like from Biden to Trump, that is quite possible change, that everything will like change in one moment, very quickly, suddenly. I also don't agree with this statement. I think that of course there will be some new ideas. It will be also a kind of comeback to the situation from the time when Trump was the president. Yes, so we remember. Yes, so now the current president is Biden. The previous was Trump. So we already know what to expect, more or less, if we think about Donald Trump. So Trump was a big kind of surprise maybe in 2016, and nobody really knew what he would do. But now we know this more or less. Of course, maybe also some points of view and so on of Trump has already changed. But basically, so we know what Trump can do, and I think that of course, he can change some policies, he can correct this, but he will not change everything suddenly and like totally. There will be some modifications, but and of course, what can be the modification, for example, of the policy regarding Israel and Hamas conflict? Maybe America will be more strict, like against Hamas. I think so. About Ukraine and Russia, what can be the potential result of Trump's policy? So like the potential new policy of the United States, I suppose it is the hardest prediction. Yeah, what will change if it's about like Russia and Ukraine regarding the United States and their foreign policy? I remember many like experts, specialists, yeah, they were telling when Trump became the president in 2016 that Trump will be probably a kind of pro-Russian politician, but it didn't really happen. Yeah, so we can say that maybe Trump was controversial in some issues, but I definitely wouldn't say that he was a kind of purely pro-Russian politician. Yeah, so the specialists were telling like this, but I didn't really see that. So now I also think that in general, Trump is not going to be a pro-Russian politician, but maybe he will also require more from Ukraine, because his statements, his current statements are like this: okay, we can basically support Ukraine, but we will require a lot. For example, a kind of anti-corruption reforms in Ukraine. So Trump can really say, basically, even Democrats say like this basically now, but Trump will be, I think, really definitive that okay, we can support you, Ukraine, but you must change a lot within your internal policy. So it cannot be like this, that we will give you money, we will give you equipment, and we have no guarantee that it will be used in a proper way. So in general, Trump will be probably more strict politician in the foreign relations. And also another issue, the relations between the United States and the European Union. It is also really, really important, because the idea of Barack Obama, and we must remember, when Barack Obama was the president of the United States, Joe Biden was the vice president. Yeah, so we can probably say that this kind of policy, European policy of the United States, is similar to this policy from the past, from the Barack Obama's policy. So I think definitely Democrats are more gentle in the relations between the United States and European Union. And even if now the situation is like we see, I still think the idea of the United States, when there is a the democratic president, like from the Democrats, they think in this way, like we will give more so-called autonomy to the German state, to Germany, to be the leader of the European Union, and we will focus on the other parts of the world, because we have, our interests are all over the world. The Trump's idea was rather to limit definitely Germany as the leader of the European Union. The Trump's idea was rather to support more the states of the so-called new European Union, so that states, those states that were part of the so-called Eastern Bloc in the past, so like Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Romania, for example, yeah, and all all those states. Trump wanted to make the situation in Europe a little bit more balanced, that those strongest countries cannot be like total leaders, because these total leaders like Germany and France, they are countries that sometimes, yeah, of course, especially before the Ukrainian-Russian war now, they were focused on relations with Russia, on forming the new relations with Russia, and rather positive relations. Donald Trump didn't want to accept this situation, that potentially there could be a kind of German, French, Russian alliance in Europe, because there was a risk of the enlargement of this alliance to also to the alliance German, French, Russian, and Chinese. That could be a really big problem for the United States. Now, maybe it sounds a little bit strange because we say, no, it's impossible that Germany or France will have a clear alliance with Russia because of the war situation. But still, before this huge conflict like Ukrainian Russian conflict, it was totally possible. So we must remember about Nord Stream. We must remember about many different political issues that were made together by the European Union and Russia. So it is also a potential change in the global politics because of the American elections.
Mhm. Thank you, Mateusz. You shared your opinion with us. Thank you. I want to say, friends, if you like this video, share with your friends. Do you want to say something, Mateusz?
Yeah, thank you so much for today, and also please subscribe, please like if you like our video. We will of course record more and more, and even more if you support us. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself, Mateusz. Thank you.
Take care. Bye. Okay, that's it. So.
Okay.